We have commentators laughing at this.
Washington has done that incredibly well so far. Reese missed the first one, still with it blocked.
They realized that they were laughing and then quickly stopped themselves. Like, oh, I can't laugh. I'm live right now. I can't laugh. I'm live right now. Let me let me get real serious.
What happened to Miss Angel Reese? She's all in Indiana during All-Star, and her Reebok campaign come to your trap.
This was an epic embarrassment, bro. Remember, this is a pro basketball player. Won a national championship. Their calling card they'd like to hang over is she beat Caitlin Clark. Remember that. Watch this.
No showing for this. Angel Reese picks it up. What she's good at. Getting another offensive rebound. She says, give me that. How about another? Persistence trying to pay off. Jones gets a piece. Angel Reese won't give up. Jones with another block.
Are you serious, guys?
Reebok bet millions on Angel Reese, handing her a blockbuster endorsement deal to be the new face of their entire basketball brand. But instead of game-winning highlight reels, she's delivering viral blooper compilations. She has become an internet sensation for one shocking reason: her baffling inability to consistently make a layup. This isn't just a player in a slump, it's a full-blown corporate crisis unfolding in public. How did one of the biggest brands in sports, led by Shaq himself, sign a player who is now more famous for her misses than her makes? The story behind this multi-million-dollar disaster is even worse than you think.
The Washington Mystics just put belt to ass on Angel Reese and the Chicago Sky. Sonia Citron was out there cooking with hot grease. Stir the pot. Keep cooking, Sonia. That was a show. She put on a flat-out show versus Angel Reese in the Chicago Sky. Boy, did they ruin Angel Reese's homecoming.
454, let's get it! Bang! Lack of awareness combined with a lack of ability to jump, not great! Bang!
Me bow, me bow, me bow, me bow, me bow, me bow, me bow.
Yeah! Again, do it for me. Me bound! Bang! Okay.
Angel Reese has achieved a statistical anomaly so bizarre it has data analysts and league scouts double-checking their spreadsheets. In her professional career, she has managed to shoot a shockingly low percentage on layups, the most basic, fundamental shot in basketball. We're not talking about contested fadeaways or half-court prayers. We're talking about shots from within arm's reach of the basket, the kind of shot most pros make in their sleep. While elite players in the WNBA convert their layups at a rate of 70 to 80%, Reese's numbers have been brutally inefficient. To make matters worse, she attempts the third most layups in the entire league. It's a jaw-dropping combination of high volume and low efficiency that almost defies logic. It's like a world-class sprinter being famous for consistently tripping at the starting line. For most professional athletes, a layup is a given. For Angel Reese, it's become a nightly gamble, and the house always seems to win.
The Chicago Bravado once again got their ass kicked. Angel Reese was so bad last night, the announcers calling the game, they were laughing at her performance. Check out some highlights for yourself. Well, Casey, you always do this. You select a couple of bad plays and try to convince us that Angel Reese isn't a superstar.
Inside, and Washington has done that incredibly well so far. Reese missed the first one, still with it blocked.
We go through All-Star break. We come back, 9 turnovers. We sit out with a back injury. We come back, can't make a fundamentally sound layup. Maybe they rushed you back from injury. Tyler Marsh, did you rush her back from injury? Tyler Marsh, I'm looking at...
Numbers on a spreadsheet are one thing, public humiliation is another. Her struggles have become a content goldmine for social media, but not the kind Reebok was hoping for. An infamous sequence against the New York Liberty saw her miss 4 consecutive putbacks in just 12 seconds, with 2 of them swatted away with embarrassing ease. The clip went nuclear, spawning an entire universe of memes, compilations, and video edits set to circus music. It became a genre unto itself. But the ultimate sign of a brand in crisis came from the broadcast booth. During a live game, after another inexplicable point-blank miss, a commentator let out an audible chuckle of pure disbelief. When the people who are paid to sell the game to the audience are openly laughing at your star player, you don't just have a red flag, you have a 5-alarm fire at corporate headquarters, and there isn't enough water in the world to put it out.
With her dominant performances in June, she earned her All-Star selection. But these aren't just a couple of bad plays. These aren't bloopers. These aren't rare moments. This is the norm. The same thing happened last week when the Chicago Bravado got their ass kicked by the Minnesota Linkers. I don't have to convince you that Angel Reese has no impact on winning. Just look at her record. Look at her resume in the WNBA.
At a certain point, you just got to applaud greatness. A me-bound on her back? Are you kidding? Bang! Simon Says, give me another pray-up. How about it? Bang! She really hit under the basket on a layup. Get this girl GPS. Bang! Everybody get up on your feet. It's time to meet and greet the most underpaid athlete. Bang!
Casting a giant shadow over this entire spectacle is one name, Caitlin Clark. The college rivalry that once fueled primetime matchups in sold-out arenas has become a brutal measuring stick in the pros. While Clark is shattering rookie records, selling out stadiums on the road, and drawing comparisons to NBA legends like Stephen Curry, Reese is going viral for blooper reels. Every time Reese struggles to finish at the rim, it's immediately contrasted with Clark effortlessly draining a logo three. The media once framed them as equals, two sides of the same coin representing the future of the WNBA. Now, it's painfully clear they exist in different basketball universes. This constant, unavoidable comparison has amplified every one of Reese's flaws, turning a personal slump into a public spectacle of everything she isn't. But this was more than just a rivalry. It was a narrative that has now completely unraveled.
I'm no expert in math, but it looks like Angel Reese wins 1 out of every 3 games. If I remember correctly, Angel Reese has beaten a team with a winning record once this season. So you tell me how Angel Reese impacts win.
I actually feel bad for Angel Reese at this point, and it has nothing to do with like how she's handled herself or anything. It's just simply Caitlin Clark is so much better than Angel Reese at basketball that it doesn't feel fair.
Yeah, I think Angel Reese is struggling with the fact that Caitlin Clark is better at her best thing than she is.
She's better at everything.
And
she had a triple-double. She's tied for the third most triple-doubles in WNBA history, and she's played 50 games.
Yeah.
She's just better.
You might think a struggling player could be hidden on a strong team, but the Chicago Sky is anything but a fortress. They've been on a disastrous losing streak, sitting near the bottom of the league with a wreck of a record that gets worse by the week. This has created a bizarre paradox that perfectly encapsulates Reese's impact, or lack thereof. When Reese was on the court, they were losing. But when she sat out for 5 games with a back injury, they went completely winless, looking even more disorganized and lost than before. So they're terrible with her, and somehow even worse without her. It's like being on a sinking ship with a leaky lifeboat. You know it's not the answer, but it's the only thing keeping you from drowning immediately. It proves she isn't the key to winning, while also revealing a team so fundamentally broken that they depend on her chaotic energy just to stay afloat.
She had a good game, 22 points, 13 rebounds, but she shot terribly. She got bailed out so many times, throwing up brick layups, getting phantom foul calls from the refs. She did make 10 of 11 free throws, so that is good. 6 of 16 from the floor is not good at all. 0 of 1 from 3. She was a minus 11. Listen, man, Kiki Ariafin got the better of her.
This on-court disaster would be a private team issue if it weren't for one massive multi-million-dollar problem. Reebok. Under the new leadership of Shaq, the brand didn't just sign Angel Reese, they made her the central pillar of their entire basketball relaunch. Reebok's CEO went as far as comparing her to culture-shifting legends like Allen Iverson and Shaq himself. It was a statement so bold it bordered on delusion. Iverson and Shaq didn't just have an attitude, they had the game to back it up. Their swagger was earned through championships, MVP trophies, and a level of on-court dominance that changed how basketball was played. Reese, on the other hand, is changing the culture by becoming a meme. Reebok gambled that her social media swagger would translate to sales, but they seem to have forgotten the most important rule of sports marketing. You have to back it up when the lights are on. It's beginning to look like they didn't bet on a player, they bet on a personality, and now they're paying the price in real time.
Great ideas. Wants to bring in talent to grow Reebok and like have people wear it again because no one does. So one of his genius decisions was this. Fucking signing her, Angel Reese. If you don't know who she is, she's the queen of like fish out of water going after a rebound that she shot herself and can get in the net ever. She reminds me of a 3-year-old shooting on those little kids' nets and throwing the ball and just completely missing the mark.
Just as the criticism and online mockery reached a boiling point, something strange happened. Angel Reese vanished from the court. A conveniently timed back injury sidelined her for several games, including the most highly anticipated showdown of the season against Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever. While no one wishes for an injury, its timing felt like a strategic retreat from the battlefield. It spared her, the league, and the public from what was widely predicted to be a brutally one-sided matchup that would have permanently killed the rivalry narrative. For a brief moment, the blooper reels stopped. The negative headlines paused. It was a much-needed breather for her, her team, and especially for Reebok's marketing department, giving them a moment of silence to ask themselves the terrifying question, how do we sell sneakers for a player whose most defining move is missing an open shot?
Tyler Marsh has this point forward thing on lock. Tyler Marsh has this Angel Reese point forward thing on lock. There we go, pushing the pace. Yeah, Angel. It's okay. Don't be mad. All right, here we go. We got an entry pass. It looks like it's going to be to Elizabeth Williams, and oh, goodness.
An injury is temporary. A flawed brand strategy is a long-term disaster, and a date is looming on the calendar that must be giving Reebok executives nightmares. 2026. That's the year her signature shoe, the Angel Reese one, is set to launch. That date no longer feels like a celebration. It feels like a ticking time bomb. How do you market a high-performance basketball shoe for an athlete who has become synonymous with underperformance? The whispers from industry insiders suggest Reebok is in full-blown crisis mode. One option is to pivot, marketing the shoe as a lifestyle sneaker, effectively admitting it has nothing to do with basketball performance. Another is to delay the release indefinitely, praying she somehow finds her game. The nuclear option? Quietly scrapping the entire project, taking a massive financial loss, and hoping the world forgets this ever happened. But the internet never forgets.
Stop it. There's a dude on the internet who cracks me up. On TikTok. He's put together a load of Angel Reese clips. And it'll say Angel Reese part 36. And it goes, Angel Reese going up for another layup. She misses. Bang! And I mean, dude, it's the funniest.
While Reese fumbles on the court and Reebok executives panic in the boardroom, there's another person trapped in this chaos, her head coach. Imagine being tasked with building a winning team when your marquee player is also your most unpredictable liability. Every post-game press conference becomes a masterclass in diplomacy, trying to defend the indefensible without losing credibility. The coaching staff has tried everything, even experimenting with Reese as a point forward to leverage her size and ball handling. But these experiments often devolve into costly turnovers and head-scratching decisions that stall the offense. It's an impossible dilemma. The team system must be built around her to justify her star status, but that very system is plagued by her inefficiency. It's not just about coaching a player anymore, it's about managing a nightly PR crisis. And there is no playbook for what to do when your team's biggest star is also its biggest weakness.
Like, she is so bad that when Caitlin Clark and her were supposed to face off against each other the other week, the ticket sales went down from $100 to like $5 because Caitlin Clark got injured. She had a quad injury, so she wasn't playing. So guess what? No one wanted to go watch. And if you don't know Caitlin Clark, she's pretty much the GOAT of the WNBA and is the reason why people are watching. No one watches you, Angel Reese. No one watches you. The only thing that I enjoy watching is all the clips on TikTok of you just countlessly just missing every shot that you take.
At this point, defenders of the Reebok deal will argue, it's not about the stats, it's about her personality. She's unapologetic, she moves the needle, and they aren't entirely wrong. She generates clicks, headlines, and endless debate. But here's the brutal truth they're missing. Sports history is filled with controversial, outspoken figures. Dennis Rodman was a walking headline, but he was also the greatest rebounder of all time. Charles Barkley had an opinion on everything, but he was also a league MVP. Their controversies were an accessory to their greatness, not a substitute for it. Fans bought their shoes because they wanted to emulate their game, and the attitude was just a bonus. With Reese, the controversy is the entire product. People aren't talking about her attitude in the context of a great performance. They're talking about her attitude as a distraction from a bad one. Reebok didn't sign the next Allen Iverson. They signed the controversy without the transcendent skill that made it compelling in the first place. In the end, this isn't just the story of a struggling athlete. It's a modern fable about the treacherous gap between social media hype and real-world substance. Angel Reese is a master of building a brand online, but the basketball court is an unforgiving stage where clout can't save you from a bad field goal percentage. Her partnership with Reebok has become a cautionary tale for every company looking to chase viral trends. It's a stark reminder that in the high-stakes world of sports, personality can get you in the door, but only performance lets you stay. No matter how slick the marketing is, no matter how big the personality, you simply cannot build an empire on a foundation of bricks. The question now is not whether Reebok made a mistake, but how they plan to survive it.